Hi, welcome to, I believe, episode 24 of this GitHub scraping odyssey. I am recording from a different location. You might be hearing some crackles and hissing and such. I'm near a fire, so apologies in advance for that if it happens, but I'm not that sorry because it's nice to work by the fire. So this time I thought I would get to the point of implementing a technology filter. And then maybe start to look at actually doing something that's a little more end to end here than just the acceptance test. I think by the time I say, give me all the people who do C# in Wheeling, Illinois, that's a nice place to actually get some end to end functionality in before we get too far. So where's my, there we go. I'm going to close everything down and start fresh here. You know what? Actually, I'm going to do a little bit of yak shaving first. Usually, as soon as I start to figure out where I like to organize things, I then move them there. What's this? Okay, profile searcher. Oh, right, this is the main entry point. Get repos for user. Okay, so we don't want to move that. But here's the beginning of my domain, such as it is. I'm going to move these things, and now I get this little... Let's, do that. Doing that through CodeRush is cool, because I believe it renames all the dependencies, and then I don't have to worry about it. I will confirm momentarily. Everything's building, and Crunch looks happy down in the bottom right, so yeah, we're all good there. I don't know exactly where I want to put these things yet. They're not going to be here, but since I don't know, I won't digress too much. Let's see, acceptance, end to end. Interesting. I think this is another bit of cleanup that should happen. Just for the sake of consistency. This is not, I suppose, terribly important, but, you know. So this is one of the places where maybe pairing helps. There might be somebody to say, like, hey, is this all that important right now? Maybe not, but oh well. It's over and done with, and it only cost about a minute of your time. Okay. One more thing. I don't think we need that anymore since we're not doing the results parsing here. So now what's up? Let's look at the profile searcher. Oh, right. I can't do Control MO when I'm recording. That's what minimizes all these things. It gives you a nice look at the class. So I just want to see the public methods. And here, get profiles for location is one. Get repos for user is another. So I think what I want to do is now I want to combine these concepts into an acceptance test that I think should be fairly easy to write. And I want to be able to, I guess, say get users with, get matching users and then location and location and language string. And then this calls this guy. I think actually location. That's better. So I don't know if I'm in love with that API. To have a method, another method, and then something that's a combination of the two, but I'm not going to worry too much about that right at the moment. I'll see if we can accomplish this just by kind of cramming these two methods together. So let's first write an acceptance test to cut down on our usage of the actual GitHub API, since that's limited. This is a repo search. which is interesting. Location search. Now, the repo search I might reappropriate for other things later, but let's see. I don't know exactly what I want to call this. It's not, I'm actually searching for users. I could add it here when searching, but this is a location search. Give me everyone. I just don't know what I should call this exactly. Let me just build it. I'll add call it another feature for now. Get more organized when I know more. So this is what would I call it? I'm going to search by location and language. I'm just trying to think if there's a better name I can give it than location and language search. I guess what is my interest in both of those things? Local candidate search. It's not the greatest name, but the idea here is I want to look for people that are both local and maybe I'll write this since the name is not yet awesome. Except I'm not going to write it this way. It's not a user story. Well, I could write it. As a candidate searcher, I want to find people that are local and that have repos for a particular language so that as possible matches. All right. That's the first time I've ever used that. So scenario, I don't know what the scenario to be. Wheeling users with C# repositories. Given, you can hear the fire cooking away back there. Given I have given Eric Dietrich is the only wheeling user and has, not sure how many C# repositories I have. Well, you know what? It doesn't matter. Has C# repositories. Because I don't care how many right now, I just care that I have any. When I search wheeling, then when I search wheeling in C#, the results should include Eric Dietrich. Yeah, you know what? I should be using my GitHub handle here. I think. I remind myself how I'm doing it with some of these other ones. Okay, so I'm defining the JSON. That's annoying. Return profiles, and then I'm setting. Okay, so I'm doing this at the Inquisitor level. Fine, good. I will refer back to that shortly. Let's generate our step definitions. Pull this on screen so you can see it. I'm going to generate all 4. I am going to, really annoys me. Wow, that just killed Visual Studio. Oh wait, no it didn't. It really annoys me that it defaults to like where I last did that, which was in another project. Okay, so let's try that again. Bring it back on screen, generate, and we're not going to do it in this other project. We're going to do it here, call it local candidate search steps, and away we go. Now then, this I want to be an argument as well as this. String GitHub string, what was that, location, and this also. It's gonna be string GitHub and language. So far, so good. Let's see if we're hitting this. Yes, we are. Sorry. This may not be strictly necessary, but I feel like it keeps things a little bit cleaner. And right. But I should probably copy this. Get rid of the bad names. String. Search wheeling, location, string. Language. And we're matching. I'm watching the red dots to see if it's actually creating the, or respecting the binding. The result should include string GitHub username. Okay, so all the bindings work. Let me refer back to this where given blank is the only user. So wheeling. I wonder if I had one that it was dummied up to make me the only. Let's see, what was I doing in the local candidate? No. Repost search. Maybe it was in one of the unit tests. I feel like somewhere I had a string. No, it probably would have been in the profile searcher then. Total count. Let me try this. You can't see what I'm doing, but I'm saying let's search through the whole solution for total count. Just Eric.json. Bingo. So, right, Sublime text for my magic that I will automate one of these days. But it just never seems to take enough time that it's worthwhile. Okay, so this is going to satisfy my given that Eric is the only result. If I can find it. Maybe I should close a few things. Just Eric JSON. There it is. Just Eric location result equals. Excellent. Okay. So I set up the Inquisitor here. I arrange get location search results to return this. So let's do that again. Inquisitor equals mock. Inquisitor. No. Include just mock. And remember, we got to get the helpers so that I can do this. Fluent, here we go. Inquisitor.arrange. Get location. I don't know why I keep losing IntelliSense on that. There it comes. So get location, search results, returns. Let's see. Now, here's something I'm going to do that seems a little weird. Let me try something first. What do you mean it wasn't found? Did I mistype my own name? Oh, it's the mouse cursor was highlighted. So it appears a lot of times, but only once does it appear surrounded by quotes. So what I actually want to do is say replace Eric Dietrich with GitHub username. So you're probably wondering why I'm doing that. I'm trying to be true to form. It's not going to do anything in this particular acceptance test. What I'm passing in is that same string, but I'm actually, I want to be able to pass in something else, so I'm trying to be true to the argument parameters. Okay, so for this location, we're going to return this single result, because that's what given, this user is the only user. And now I want to go over here. I'm going to copy this, which I don't like, but I am getting late in the episode, and I do want to try to keep it into the Pomodoro time frame. Bring in these includes. What's the problem? So many things to do. And what did I do over here? Did I just set it in context? So I'm going to... but I'm in the given, so... The only thing I'm really doing here is setting up the world. So I'm actually going to set the Inquisitor. And I'm going to do the same thing up here. Static in GitHub Inquisitor. Actually, let me do it this way. Come to like this. So this is going to return get from context GitHub Inquisitor. But I'm also going to say set in context value. So actually, forget about this. It'll be a little more readable just to say Inquisitor equals Might refactor some of that later. Now, Range. Lost IntelliSense again. That is really annoying. There it comes. Get repos search results for GitHub username. I'm going to say returns. That probably doesn't work, but what I'm going to want it to return, given such and such is the only user, and given the user has these repositories. So here, I'd rather just set it up to use my actual repository. So I rigged it only to have one user for wheeling, but I would prefer to be as close to reality as possible. So let me use the actual. Wow. Boy, that's no joke. Let's see how this goes over in Visual Studio. I wonder if maybe I should. I like having a readable inline here, but maybe I should just slurp it out of these files to eliminate this step and the duplication. I'll figure that out later. Eric repo result equals. Ew. Well, that came out all right. Except that I need to specify its type. All right, so we're going to say returns Eric repo result. When I search location and language, now this is where it's going to get interesting. Say the target equals new, and then I'm going to go looking in here for it's a new profile searcher, and what I want to pass in is the Inquisitor. Are there things that are not passing or building? Where? Why? Oh, right. Okay. Oh, I see. I typed a colon there instead of a semicolon. Let me actually do the same thing here. I kind of like this pattern. All right, I'm trying to hurry to get this thing to green. Come on, IntelliSense. Not value L, just value. Target dot. What did I call this? It's not a spectacular name, but we'll say profiles equals. Now that doesn't pass, or that doesn't compile, so let's make it compile. That's fine. And this is going to return an iList of profile. And I think. What? Aha. Now this should go red, and that should be red because it's throwing a not implemented. Let's fix that. It's not red. It should get down to, oh, right. Now it should get into this pending. Let's get rid of that, which will make us green. Assert dot is true. Turned profiles dot any. I'll do this. Any profile. Ugh, is link not included? It is such a struggle, and I'm over time again. I'm hoping this goes quickly. So any profiles where username, profile URL. No kidding. Let's just do this for now. I'm going to have to add a card pretty near the top here. Pardon the digression, but add GitHub username. Okay, I'm going to put that right up at the top because that's kind of not awesome that we don't have it. So we should be able to make this pass anyway. And let's do this by saying var location profiles equal get profiles for location profiles dot where location profiles. Okay, so we're gonna get the so this will give us a list of profiles. I want to say var matching profiles equal where get repos for user and interesting. I am not going to be able to proceed without implementing that next card. So this is run pretty long here. This should get me back to green vacuously. All right. So we're back at green. I'm going to commit but not push this, and then I'll just pick up right back here with the next episode. So let me commit while everything's green. Started implementing location and language simultaneous search. And I have really got to start, try not to be so bad at running over. So maybe I'll finish up early next time. See you then.